Are you watching? Hi guys, my name is Barry and welcome back to the channel. We're going to be looking into weapons today. Now there are going to be spoilers in this video guys, so if you haven't seen the movie and you don't want to be spoiled, then maybe don't watch this video. But if you don't mind spoilers, or if you've seen the movie, then continue watching. A quiet suburb is shattered when 17 children from the same classroom vanish at exactly 2:17 a.m, running out of their homes in a chilling, synchronized sprint. I had high hopes for Weapons because of the cast, because of the trailers, the marketing, and of course, this is Zach Cregger's next movie after Barbarian, which I absolutely loved. So I had high expectations for this movie. If we start with the acting, obviously Julia Garner and Josh Brolin are the two main characters in this movie, and the performances in this wasn't outstanding or anything. They gave a really good performance. Everybody else was also equally as good, so I don't think there was any massive standouts for the movie. Everybody was really good. If I had to choose someone though, it would have to be Austin Abrams, who played Anthony, the drug addict in the movie. If I had to choose someone who was my favourite, I would go for him. Something that I wasn't expecting for this movie was the structure of it. I didn't know this was going to be a movie where we focus on one character at a time, and I thought that was really well done. I felt like that was an immersive experience because it's something that you don't see very often. You maybe see it in something like a Quentin Tarantino movie, but something that I really loved about this one was with each character and with each segment, we get to know that character more until when you see each character segment leading up to the point where it all comes together. I think that's something that I really liked because by the time you get to the third, the fourth, the fifth person, you know that their story is going to merge at some point, and that's something that you're really looking forward to. I like seeing each character's individual point of view as well. You know, the simple parts where you see maybe Julia Garner waving to a police officer, and then when you see it from the police officer's point of view, you see in the distance Julia Garner waving to him. I know it sounds silly, but it's something that's a really nice touch. The gore in this movie is absolutely graphic. I think if you're a gorehound, you're going to love it for the gore at least, if nothing else. But yeah, the gore is absolutely amazing. But the gore isn't just there for gore's sake. I think it was necessary. Every violent moment has weight to it, and when it happens, it will shock you. This movie clocks in at 2 hours and 8 minutes, so it's quite long for a horror movie, but it doesn't drag at any point, and I think that is because we do get those segments with each individual character that leads up to that penultimate moment. But before all of that happens, it feels like a mini detective movie, not really a horror at the beginning, because we find out these 17 children go missing. People are getting blamed for it. People are doing the blaming, the finger pointing. So when that all happens at the beginning, you're rushed into a story that's already happened, and the narrative at the beginning is told by a child.
This is a true story that happened right here in my town.
And even though it's told by a child, you're immersed in that world already. So by the time you get into the horror aspect, you're ready for it. And with those individual stories, it feels like a layer of an onion. With each story told, you get that layer pulled back until the ultimate moment where it all comes together. If we look at Aunt Gladys is the mystery of this entire movie. She is the great aunt of one of the classmates, Alex, the only child in the classroom that doesn't disappear. Every other child in the classroom disappears, and we just don't know why. But as we get more of Aunt Gladys, as we see Alex's point of view, we slowly find out why these children are going missing. Well, we kind of find out why these children are going missing, and we definitely find out how they go missing. Her story slowly unfolds to the point where we can assume, now this is my interpretation, but I assume that Aunt Gladys is dying. She is some sort of witch and she's got some sort of power, and she takes over her niece and her husband to try and maybe live longer. And we find out that that's not really working because she's still physically sick, so she needs to get more people around about the house, I guess. So she tasks Alex, her niece's child, to go and get a piece of belonging from each child in the classroom so that they can all go to her house. and she can control them as well. And by controlling them, maybe she will live longer. But the kick is, we don't know if that's definitely what she's doing, and we don't know if that's what she's doing, is it actually working? Was what she's doing to give her more time to live, or was she doing something else? I think the beauty of this story is not knowing for definite is what keeps us hooked. The only thing I felt missing was a part of the ending. I felt like the story was building up to give us something that was going to be this grand twist or a grand plan that was going to be revealed. But as the story was unfolding, as we found out more about Aunt Gladys, that was the big reveal. So because we got those layers of onions getting pulled off one by one throughout the entire movie, by the time we get to the end of the movie, we already know what was happening. Yes, of course, we don't know why exactly she was doing things or how she gets the power to do it, but the story itself was unfolding throughout until the end. So when the end came, we didn't really get a massive twist or anything. We just got that crazy ending, which it was, but then it just ended. I can't decide if that just abrupt ending was a flaw for the movie or it was something that just got me thinking about it more. I do believe though that the ending will make or break it for people. Even my wife, for example, she loves to know reasons as to what happens before the end of a movie. And it's not just her. A lot of people want to know things in movies before the movie ends. So because the movie ends abruptly, we don't know exactly what happens or why certain things happen. People will hate that, but other people will like that as well. So I think the movie itself will be great for a lot of people, but the end of the movie will be divisive. So at the end of the day, guys, I really liked this movie. I felt like this movie shocked me a lot of times throughout the entire movie, and I know that it's going to be compared to Barbarian, and rightfully so because it's directed by the same guy. Is it better than Barbarian? I honestly don't know. I absolutely loved Barbarian. And again, Barbarian has its issues, just like Weapons. But time will tell. I'll maybe give it a few months to settle into. I find out if I like it more than Barbarian or not. And even if I don't like it more than Barbarian, it doesn't mean it's a bad movie. I thought it was a great movie. I think 2025 is great for horror. I think 2025 is one of the strongest years for horror in my lifetime, and I'm 42 this year. Never have I seen this many horror movies that have been so great in the 1 year for horror. Could the Academy finally recognise horror as a genre? I don't think so, but they should. One thing's for sure though is Weapons is definitely proof that horror is alive in 2025. Anyway guys, if you've seen this movie, which I hope you have if you've stuck to the end of the video, if you've seen it though, leave your thoughts and opinions down below. Because this is a spoiler video, you can leave whatever comments you want in the comment section and we can discuss that. And as always, thanks a lot for watching, thanks for subscribing, and I'll see you soon.
To get you, Barbara.
Ever played Skin the Cat?
Someone's in the back!